going on with the family, the nature family. For my nature healing name, I guess I'm Hugh. Call me Hugh Light. Call me Hugh Light. Call me Hugh Light. Because what it's all about is just healing, embracing. And it's like, for those of you that question it, how do you heal? What are you healing? Well, if you just listen to your inner self, if you just listen to your inner self and be genuine about it, be real the whole way, they're going to present themselves to you. And from there, you're going to actually know what needs to be healed internally. So then you can go externally and be like, okay, I identified internally what's been going on. Now, how did that correspond externally? How did that, connect to whatever I'm experiencing outside of myself? How did that conflict with what's ever going on outside of myself? And that's really just keeping it real with yourself. I mean, healing, everyone has their own, their own way of healing. I like to come to nature. I like to just listen. I like to be mindful. And, some people who have not been through some of the things you may have been through do not know how to handle the traumas and pains and struggles that you have been through. So at that point, the best you can do, speaking for myself, is find your own ways to heal. Everyone has their own ways to heal because we are all different in that way, but we're still connected. We're still on that same kind of, obviously, level when it comes to this race, this species. But at the end of the day, you got to be mindful of what it is that you're healing, because you don't want to just be out here talking about I'm healing and you don't know what you're healing. So for me, there's a lot that I need to heal internally. But for me, honestly, at this point in my life, I've gotten a lot further than a lot of people who have been through the same things that I've been through, or even similar through some of the things that I've been through. So it's just important to know, identify what it is that is keep coming up, for you in your path, in your life. What do you keep seeing? Are you in a cycle? Are you repeating the same things? Or is it something that, that's been generational? Is it something that's been in the DNA that needs to be healed, that's been passed down from the parents, from the ancestors, that you're also doing as well? Something that your parents may have did when they were your age, you're doing, but you may have not known that because you may have not had that conversation with them, personally speaking for myself. So some of the things I'm going through and have went through are some of the same things my parents have went through and went through, or experienced and went through. So all of those things are a part of healing. All of those things are important to ask yourself when you are in beautiful ass nature like this, chilling by yourself, not bothering nobody, listening to the birds, looking at all this greenery around here. And damn, it is beautiful. It is real beautiful, y'all. It's beautiful. Oh boy, look at them tall trees. Oh yeah. It is real nice. I think beautiful is really the only word I have to express nature at the moment. But it's sensational. Whoa. It's sensational. Like, look at all these bugs. Like, look at these guys. They chilling. They get so close. Like they're not tripping. That's the beautiful part about it. But whoo. 4 minutes in this thing, I'm still walking. And it's been a nice walk. I had a good sit down at the water by myself. And this is all a part of healing. This is all a part of refreshing my timeline. Wow, a lot of webs. A lot of webs. But anyway, this is a part of refreshing my timeline and creating that new chapter for myself that I want to see, that I create, and nothing outside of me is trying to create, So I'm very grateful for myself. I'm very grateful for all of the experiences because it has led me to this point right now in this moment. And man, a lot of bugs. And I wouldn't take nothing back because you can't change the past. You can only take from the past and use it and apply it for the future. But at the end of the day, you got to keep moving forward. That's the most important thing. You don't want to get stuck. You don't want to get stagnant. You don't want to be limited because this is limitless. So you always want to have that mindset of how can I get better? How can we get better? What can we do to progress, not degress, not degrade, but upgrade? So those are all the conscious, critical thinking questions that you want to be asking yourself in moments like this, in times like this, where it's so easy for the consciousness to be controlled or swayed or moved in position in ways that you don't want it to be, but you feel like it was you feel like you wanted it to, but it really wasn't. So you just got to be mindful, you got to be careful, because there's so much out there, so much in here that is influencing and promoting you to be stagnant, to stay limited, to keep your energy, to subscribe your energy somewhere that it shouldn't be subscribed to. So at the end of the day, just be aware of all of this, be aware of all of this and appreciate it, be grateful. Don't take none of this for granted at all, because this is beautiful. Enjoy the moments, create those experiences for yourself. As far as the beautiful ones, the ones that you can, man, I had a great time, I had a good time, I learned something new, I did something, I saw something, I read something. You want to keep stacking them up, because if you don't, not to say that you can't do it, or if you don't do it, this is how it's going to be, but the more and more we continue to have great experiences and great memories, and we keep stacking them up on top of each other, the better, because when we do go back to the past, when we do look back to the past, that's all we have. That's all we can see. And we can be like, damn, like that's beautiful. Like we really have some great memories, some great experiences in this lifetime. And we don't have to dwell on those struggles and pains. You can dwell on the beautiful experiences that you've created for yourself and others, But in order to do it for other people, you got to do it for yourself. You got to put you at the top. You got to, because the moment you put somebody else there, the whole thing falls. I'm talking about foundation, I'm talking about everything. And right now, I'm going to stop right here because it looks like it's stopping right here. I don't want to even go any further than that. Yeah, because like right now, I don't even see a trail. So I'm not even going to go on my own and try to create one. So I did a good job. I completed this trail for now, and now I'm going to turn my ass back because I ain't trying to see something that out there in the wilderness that's going to try to take me to its hut and have me for dinner or something. So I'm going to keep it pushing this way. And put yourself number one. Create that foundation for you. Make sure you are stable. Make sure you are sustained. Make sure that you are number one in your life before anybody else. Because if it's not that way, it's guaranteed to go any other way. You've already lost control. You've already drifted off path. You've already lost sight of what was really important in the first place. You can have the heart that wants to help the whole world. You can have the heart that wants to be the hero and save everyone and do all that. But you cannot do it until you do it for yourself. That's the most important thing. That's something I had to learn, in my earlier years of just trying to be there for people, trying to help people and with my words and, my actions and whatever else. I still have the heart, but what I've realized and learned and understood is that you have to put yourself first. You got to make sure you good. Because once you make sure you good, now you're in a position to make sure other people are good. If you're in a position all the time of trying to help other people all the time, first base, second base, third base, but you home, you ain't checked home yet. You ain't checked back home. You ain't checked back base with yourself. You check first base, you make sure first base cool. You make sure second base is cool. They got what they got. Third base, you make sure they cool. You make outfield, they cool. Everybody else on the field is cool, but home base is the only one that haven't had any attention, that haven't had any proper nurturing. And you're at the point now like, damn, I ain't take care of the most important base. Home base. Protect that heart. Keep it solid. Keep it real. Keep it genuine. Keep it limitless. And that's the most important thing. So, because, like I said, if you don't do that, it's going to be a cycle. You're not going to grow. Period, point blank. You're just not going to grow. Like I said, I had to learn that myself, but it is what it is. I'm on a different path now. I'm creating these memories. I'm creating these moments for myself. I'm putting myself first. But I'm also open. I'm not so closed off to the point where I'm not, embracing other things externally, because I would just be ignorant. I'm still open to others and external things that are like-minded, that are on the same path and mission, though, that I am. But at the same time, most of my energy is going to me until I am sustained, until I am good, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, all of that. Because nothing else could really happen. You can't really do nothing else in life until those things happen. So just make sure those things happen, and you're going to be the captain to your own ship, to your own vehicle, everything, and that's just going to be what it is, man. I'm in this video. I'm out here walking, carrying this bag, being the author in my own book, that I'm still creating and still writing. More healing needs to be done. Solid healing. I'm talking about no more social media. Like, I was off for almost a week. I just came back on yesterday. Now I'm making a video today. So it's important to take breaks. As I've posted and mentioned before, don't let social media consume all of your time. Think about it. You got 24 hours in a day. Go to your activity. Go to, can you look at your hours that you spend on Instagram? Not to judge nobody, but if you're spending like 5 and 6 hours on Instagram a day, like if your average is like at 5 to 6 hours a day, that's a lot of time on Instagram. And if you're not doing nothing with that time, like if you're just liking shit, watching videos, doing stuff like that, your time ain't going nowhere but to the algorithm, of Instagram. They just collecting data on you, seeing what you like, seeing what you're interested in, so they can keep promoting and influencing you to keep subscribing your energy there. Now, if you're on Instagram and you spending them hours to do business, to make money, to sustain yourself, to take care of your health, which is your wealth, if you on Instagram doing that, it's a whole different story now. I gotta show this one more again because it's a beautiful spot right here. But if you're on Instagram and you doing stuff like that, that's positive, that's productive, then hey, stay on Instagram for 7 hours, 8 hours, because you're actually getting something back. Something's coming back to you. Now, if you're not doing that, I'm not telling you what you should do or what you need to be doing, but I'm gonna suggest that you just think about where you're putting your time and energy, because at the end of the day, it counts. It really does. Like in the moments in your life where you're in situations like, damn, I wish I had like a couple more minutes or a couple more hours to do this that I really want to do. Just imagine if them couple more minutes and couple more hours are spent not on Instagram. And I'm not trying to bash Instagram. I'm just saying, be critical, think, use your mind. This is what you have. The best tool, the best thing we have is our consciousness, our mind. So start using it. If you don't use it, you're going to lose it. So start using it. And, I'm not saying, for me personally, I'm the the most critical, most conscious. No, I've just broken through that layer within myself, and now it's to a point where you can kind of call it like a mastery, because I'm always on it. I don't let it slip from me. You know, and especially when I get into things and I'm around things, you know, I'm the kind of guy. My energy is sensitive to all of that. You know, I question all of that. Like right now, I'm in a whole different space. Like folks don't even know. I move quick. I move fast. If the energies ain't right, if it ain't vibing, hey, you can count on me to be gone. Dippity dip out. Because I don't have no time for that. Especially not at this point in my life. You know, I'm in my prime. I ain't got time to be playing around with nobody. I ain't tolerating a lot of the stuff that I used to tolerate. I'm not shutting up to make people comfortable anymore. That was a sweet, nice side of me that, you know, in my earlier years got me into a lot of just people will judge you and assume you because you should have spoke when you were quiet, you know, and especially if it's something about you. So I'm not in those positions with myself anymore, and that was a part of my healing. That's something that I've realized eternally that I needed to fix or needed to heal or nurture, because externally it was causing a problem. Now I'm already over 15 minutes and I'm probably sure this is not gonna get to people, but hey, it was all in the works. I'm in it there.